In this video, I am going to tell you exactly how to set goals that are actually achievable so that you can finally enjoy ticking them off your to-do list for real this time. You ready? Let's go. I'm Chadvi, and I'm here to help creatives like you design a life and business that they want. So, 2020 is finally over, and if you're anything like me, you're really excited and motivated right now to set some goals for 2021. I'm talking reviewing your bucket list for last year, taking out your notebook and writing down those goals, and also just journaling and pouring your heart out on every single thing that you want to manifest for 2021. But here's the deal. How many times when you look at your journal or at your notes from last year and you look at your goals and you just think, oh, I haven't achieved much? Or even better yet, you write down so many goals on your notebook for next year and then you look at them and you're like, I don't know, maybe next time. And then you just throw the notebook at the side of the room and you're like, oh, you know, life's for living, whatever, dude. Getting stressed, overwhelmed, or lacking direction when it comes to goal setting is actually very common. In fact, being a big dreamer and ambitious as I am, I always tend to set myself unattainable goals and trying to fit a goal in every single minute of the day because I want to show and prove to myself that I can be super, super productive. When I try to do those things, two things happen. Number one, I get so burnt out from overworking that I have to take the next 2 or 3 days off and just end up Netflix binging, scrolling mindlessly on my phone, and just eating cookies all day long. Number two, I overshoot how long it's going to take me to actually achieve a goal, and then I just start seeing that it's taking way longer than what I expected, and I just get demotivated and I give up altogether. Guilty. Here are a few tips on how I make it work for me, and I hope that that's going to help you set some more achievable goals for 2021. Number one, focus on fewer goals. Do one thing and do it well. Look at your goal list again. Now, you're probably going to see that you have different types of goals set in different life areas. For example, maybe you want to get healthy this year. Maybe you want to find a boyfriend or girlfriend or, bloom a relationship. Maybe you want to get a promotion. Maybe you want to finally leave that corporate job and start freelancing or start your online business. Or maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or you want to write a book. All these goals are super amazing, and kudos for having so many big dreams. That's awesome. However, the problem is all these different dreams in all these different life areas are sending your energy in different spaces, and it makes it very, very hard for you to focus and really be good and achieve one of them specifically. So the best thing to do is to highlight a few important things that you want to do in 1 year and focus on only those few things. I like to focus on 3 life areas and 3 main goals per year. For example, in 2021, I want to focus on number 1, learning more about online business and being an online entrepreneur. Number 2, personal development and really embracing essentialism. And number 3, connecting on a deeper level and more often with the people I love and care about. So these 3 life areas from these 3 goals could be categorized as number 1, business and work. Number 2, personal development. And number 3, relationships and family. These are the 3 things that I really want to focus on for 2021. And I'm not going to put things like, for example, fitness, losing weight, or traveling more, or writing a book. Any of these things are not going to be the focus of my year 2021 as much as all these other things. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to do anything else. It just means that you're going to be very careful with where you put your energy and think twice before you do something. Realize, is this aligning with those 3 goals that you've set for yourself in 2021? When we have less goals, we can focus our energy more. And when we can focus our energy more, we just feel happier, we just feel more motivated, and we just get that shit done. Number 2, ask yourself, do you even really want this? Think about what's motivating you to achieve these goals. Is it that burning fire in your belly because you really want to do something that you've never done before? If you're creative, that's probably you. You probably want to improve yourself at some art technique, learn a new tool or software, or maybe you just want to be really good at that cartwheel this year. Whatever that goal is, what's happening here is that there's no external reward and there's no money on the table. There's nothing external trying to guide you or trying to motivate you to achieve what you want to achieve. You simply want to do it because of that internal satisfaction that you get from achieving those goals. Now, although this is super amazing, it's not always long lasting. According to Brendon Burchard, a high performance coach and also an author, we are most likely to achieve goals and feel motivated with a combination of intrinsic motivations with extrinsic expectations. So what's happening here is that many times what we need is something external guiding us and kind of forcing us and pushing us in a way to achieve these goals. What I like to do in terms of extrinsic motivators is always have accountability. So that could be in terms of having a coach or having a Facebook group or having some friends on a Slack group, or maybe just having your life partner doing, or so maybe even a sibling or a friend. Now, anything that you do, make sure that you can trust this person to call you out when you're not achieving your goals or you're missing deadlines. Here's a little tip for you. Never tell your mother to be your accountability buddy. Never, ever, ever. Moms will make up any excuse to defend their child and to basically say that there's a reason why they didn't achieve that goal. There's a reason why they missed that deadline. There's a reason for about anything for a mother who loves their child. So moms, we love you, but this is not a job for you. And when it comes to being motivated intrinsically, if you feel that you're losing that motivation that's been guiding you, that burning feeling in your belly, always remind yourself of your why. I like to remind myself of the reason why I want to achieve those 3 life goals that I've set and I've told you earlier in this video. Now, the reason why I want to do those things, so what kind of lifestyle do I want when I achieve these goals? What kind of personal growth? How do I see myself growing spiritually, personally, socially? And all these things that are going to guide me to achieve all these goals that I've set for 2021. Number 3, break them down. So when I was studying for my master's degree, we came around this topic or this term known as simplexity. Simplexity is a term coined by a guy called Fullen, and basically what he meant by simplexity is taking something that is complex, so complex idea or complex goal, and breaking it down into very practical, achievable goals that you know that in your current state, you can achieve them. So say we're going to create a goal. So as a freelancer, you're probably thinking, oh, I need a website. But if you're not into that web development or web designing game, building a website can be really stressful and really overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be like that. So what we're going to do is break website into different goals and different steps. First of all, you need to decide what your domain name is going to be. You need to decide on a hosting. Try not to overthink things, just go with what's within your budget at the moment. And then we're going to decide, do we need a theme? And what kind of pages are we building? How many pages are we building? And break it down even more. Wake up in the morning and think, oh, today I'm only going to focus on my About Me page. I'm not going to think about all these other things that I need to get done. I'm just going to focus, take a deep breath, and just write my About Me page. That's it. When we start focusing on smaller tasks and we try to get each and every one of them done, one at a time, we get way more things done in the long run. So remember, simplexity. Number 4, stop comparing. One thing to note is that all these tiny goals and bigger goals are different for each single person. All this is going to depend on your lifestyle, currently if you're working, if you're not working, certain advantages, skill sets that you might already have versus other things that you need to learn, meaning that you have a bigger learning curve in front of you before you can actually achieve these goals. So take into consideration all these different things that make us all different. And when you see that someone else is achieving something, that does not mean that you need to achieve the exact exact same thing in the exact same time period that they have. They might have certain advantages that you don't have at the moment that is enabling them to achieve those goals before you. Now, if you feel that you need to have a certain benchmark of how to improve yourself and how to achieve those goals, then the best person to compare and compete with is you, yesterday. So basically what you're going to do is every single day just focus on improving yourself a little bit more. Maybe write 10 extra words for a day, work 15 more minutes, learn a little bit more, read a little bit more, and improve that skill set, improve your confidence, improve anything that you're trying to achieve compared to who you were yesterday. Number 5, ask for help. Wow, this one was big for me. I've really been uncomfortable asking for help. I would spend hours just going on Google, reading books, trying to break the Lego and re-put it back together and try to figure things out on my own. It would really freak me out asking for help to people, because it would make me feel like I was a failure, make me feel pretty exposed, pretty fragile, pretty weak. And I realized that this was all stories that I had in my head, and I had to fix these stories so that I could actually achieve more in life and achieve all of these goals that I've set for myself. It's okay to ask other people for help. There's so many people out there who have achieved the things that you aspire to achieve, so many mentors out there, so many coaches that are giving information out for free. There's so many people on Facebook groups. There's so many people within your own circle, your family and your friend. It's surprising how we don't even reach out to an uncle who probably had a business, or to a friend whose sister is probably working in an industry that we're very curious about. Do not hesitate to reach out for help and ask people, because there's amazing people out there. People are kind and generous, and they're happy to help you. They're happy to invite you in their group, and they're happy to share information with you. So always remind yourself to ask for help, and to, when it's your turn, offer the help as well. Number 6, celebrate the wins. If you're a high achiever, you often ignore the small wins. You often just think of that end goal that you've set for yourself, and everything else that you've achieved during the time of reaching that end goal is just dismissible. It's just not important. And I think that that's a big reason why we often don't feel satisfied with ourselves. We often feel like a failure. We often feel pretty worthless. Now, not only do you need to build that self-confidence and celebrate those small moments because you have actually achieved, you have actually improved yourself, and you have actually grown as a person, as a business person, as a social person, in your relationship, any goal that you've set for yourself, you've actually grown a bit more every single time that you're achieving these small goals or having these small wins. But not only are these things important, actually celebrating these small wins are key to motivating you to continue on your path. If you tell yourself that I haven't really achieved much last year, then you might give up on your goal altogether. However, if you tell yourself that every small thing, every new client that you get, every new contract that you sign, every new video that you're posting on YouTube is a small win for you, then it just motivates you to just get the ball rolling and just keep going in that direction that you've set for yourself. Number 7, the goal is not the goal. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. So the goal of setting the goal is not to achieve the goal. The most important thing is the journey that it sets us on. Think about it as a football field, and you have all these players running around. If they didn't know where to strike and basically hit the goal, they would just be running aimlessly right to left, back and forth, not really knowing what they were doing. Similarly, that's how we are in our lives. If we don't have a goal, we're not setting ourselves a clear direction in where we're going in life. A goal simply serves as a compass, a direction that we're following. Without a goal, we'll be living aimlessly. We'll probably be scrolling mindlessly on our phones all day, watching too many shows that we've already seen, or even ending up arguing or fighting with people that we love and care about just because we're really bored. What happens then is that we end up living a life that's unfulfilled and sometimes even empty. Setting a goal and doing the work actually gives our life a lot of purpose. It gives us a reason for being. It gets us waking up in the morning feeling excited for the day, feeling excited for the month, and feeling excited for the year. In this case, year 2021. So instead of focusing on the actual goal that you're setting for yourself, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Why is this goal important for you? What kind of lifestyle are you trying to obtain from this goal? What's most likely going to happen once or if you achieve this goal? And what will happen if you don't? I really hope that you now feel clearer and more motivated to achieve your goals for 2021. Before I end this video, I would really want you to drop in the comments below, what are 3 words to describe how you want your lifestyle to be in 2021? Okay, go for it. Dream big. I really want to read them and really want to see what you come up with. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I post every single week about online business, about personal development, and about designing that life and business that you want. So until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you very soon.